Hello, peoples. I am just getting the last few things set up. Going to send out the tweet. But we are live with another cooking stream. It has been some time, my friends. Some time. Just drop this in my Discord and we'll be ready. Me 17. All right. So it has been a long time, people. See if we got it, getting the chat pulled up. Hopefully everything's working. I haven't used this, any streaming stuff in a while, so they are a little finicky. You know, you got to reset stuff every now and then. I am very slow about doing that. Yeah, I am a professional after all. I'm not a professional at all. But yeah, we are live on stream. Let a few folk get in here. Give a quick howdy ho. Make sure everything's working. Peculiar. Don't think my stream plugin's working. One sec, guys. You would think by now that I would be a little bit more organized. Just a smidge. But while that stuff's getting together, alright. Let's see. Alright, cool. Now that works, I reckon. Hey, cool, we got peoples in the thing. Doing good. How about you guys tonight? Changed up the setup a little bit so y'all don't have a giant light just, you know, in your face when you try to see me. Of course, the main focus is going to be on the cooking. Yep. Hey guys, welcome. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? I don't know about y'all, but I am hungry. I have not eaten all day. This is going to be like a 3-hour dish to make. It is stupidly long, but even more stupidly good. So I'm just getting everything together right quick. Oh, congrats on the job, Contreras. And yes, that is a very big knife, Sam. That is my good kitchen knife. I use that thing for pretty much everything I cook. Getting out my onion. Hey Franny, how you doing, girl? Just over here to throw my trash in. Oh yeah, there's a restaurant in my hometown that I live in. They got like a 50 health rating for one reason. Like, this is the main thing. It cost them like 20 points. They did not have lids on the trash can in the kitchen. I'm doing good, just staying busy. Yep. One sec. I've been a little productive. I've already chopped up my mushrooms, so we don't have to worry about wasting time while you all see me, you know, trying to avoid cutting my fingers off. Go ahead and set these over here to the side. We won't be using the mushrooms for a while, though. But first off, we're going to go through our ingredients. Also, they're like Lucifer. Lucifer has layers, according to the show. Alright. For this recipe, it's pretty simple. You guys are just going to need some garlic oil. Or not garlic oil. Olive oil. Oh. I don't know why I just did the horrible, terrifying Popeye sound. Forgive me, friendos. Forgives me. No, I know I gotta think of garlic in there somewhere. Here it is. Sorry, I'm a little organized. It's been a kind of a hectic day. But yeah. I didn't miss much controls, just me saying, hey, congrats on the job. You need that. You're going to need some diced garlic. Set that off to the side. Well, I use minced garlic. I honestly used a pre-mince. It's easy, it's cheap. Not as good as fresh, but we're always on a time budget. You want a very large onion. But this is a big-ass onion. And it is going to be about 2.5 cups worth of onion. Gonna need some crushed red pepper. You can use red pepper flakes. I'm going to be using red cayenne pepper. Use it in moderation. Don't want to over-spice it. And move my cutting board out of the way because I'm going to need that in a few minutes. We're going to use 2 large 28-ounce cans of San Marzano style plum tomatoes. Make sure you get the ones that have the they're peeled but they're whole. It's very important to have. And we're going to be using penne pasta. I'm using whole grain pasta, an excellent source of fiber, as the thing advises. And we're going to have about 1.5 pounds of chicken. And let me go and get this out. Put it back in the fridge because I don't want it to sit. Going to have about a cup of heavy cream. I don't need that or chicken right now, so they're just going to chill in the fridge. Oh, and about 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. Parmesan, as a friend of mine likes to call them. Set the cutting board down here. Yeah, I decided to change up the organization a little bit compared to where everything's normally at. Alright, so first off, before we do anything, gonna preheat that oven to 375. This is a modification I put on of a recipe that a customer of mine did. So I'm going to try and do a little bit of stuff with that. While I do this real quick. Forgot to log into Streamlabs, so that way if you guys give me any notifications, I wouldn't get them. Alright, Streamlabs should be working, I think. I haven't streamed in so long, like everything has been overdone. Oh, yeah, Contreras sucks so bad, doesn't it? Sucks so bad. We got some people over on the YouTube side of things and some people on the Twitch, it seems, which is good. Good. Anyway, I think everything should be working. If anyone does any donations or anything like that, just let me know because I don't know if the stuff will pop up. Anyway, I'm going to get all our ingredients prepared. Don't need these right now. Oh yeah, we're also going to be using some Italian seasoning as well. I like those. We'll probably throw in a little bit of like black pepper, a little bit of salt as well. You know, the usual stuff. So, grab a strainer real quick. Get that over here for a little bit later. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're going to start off by opening up these tomatoes and straining them into a container. You're going to want to keep the tomatoes and the sauce separate. We're going to use that sauce again later, so don't throw it away. Yeah, I know I'm a bit more unorganized than I usually am, guys. I know I probably say that like every stream, though. But I am very unorganized. Charlie's Culinary 5 subs? Yeah. Alright. I do miss getting time to do these streams regularly. I just haven't had much time to cook lately. This is a dish I've been wanting to try for a bit. It's like I said, recommendation from a customer. And it's very good. I honestly think that with the modifications I made to the recipe, I'll admit, it is probably the single best thing I've ever cooked. I was very, very happy with it. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to pour it through here. Make sure most of it gets up in there. Let's see. Forgot to get a bowl for the tomato itself. Yeah, we just kind of want to try and, like I said, separate as much of that as possible. We are going to keep a little bit of juice in the tomatoes, so, you know, don't worry about that too much. We're going to put the other can in it. Last time I cooked with these, I used fresh before this recipe. Never done these in cans. Kind of cool. Hey, Abaddon, welcome to the stream, buddy. It is one of the best dishes I've ever made. I'm genuinely proud of it. Oh. A little extra sauce in there. Alright, look at that. And we're just going to dump these in here. Go ahead and get rid of this before it makes a huge mess in the house. Oh yeah, and I also forgot the most important ingredient to this recipe. Vodka. Those are odd looking tomatoes. They are plum tomatoes, my friend. Get a little bit of basil out there, I don't want that. Plum tomatoes. I want to try to clean as you go. Makes life easier on you in the long run. Like, I don't want this shit scorching on the stovetop, because the few stains we got on our stovetop are all from stuff like that happening. Anyway, got our mushrooms already chopped. Those are ready to go. Tomatoes will be ready soon. Sits off the side. I don't need it right now. I love my house. Love my kitchen. A little cramped. A little cramped at times. Right. Now we're going to go ahead and start chopping that onion. And get ready for the tears. By the time I'm done with get ready for the onions and stuff, get all that prepared, our oven should be about heated in time. It should be good. One less thing to worry about. Oh. Sorry about that. Got some really cool cans over here from a local craft brewery that I'm going to try and have made into magnets. A customer of mine at the bar I work at is making magnets out of can art, which is a really cool idea. They look great too. And I also recycle, so you know, even though I'm going to use them, I have to recycle with it. I am going to get rid of this extra skin. Uh-oh. OBS doing its weird stuff. 1 second, gang. Did we go off the air? Alright, cool. I was worried we might have gone off the air for a sec. Someone tell me how we're looking viewer-wise, because I don't have any notifications on my end for who's watching for some reason. Weird. I hate to say I need to take a day to just go through and upgrade my stream setup because I'm so lazy on that. That's not stream enough, you know? Now we're just peeling this bad boy. This is a big ass onion. I want the dog to get a hold of the peel. There we go. Look at that bad boy. I'll rinse it real quick. Mi familia. You ready? Somebody, I just got a text from my family. Check that in a minute. Working hard. Yeah, my sister's gotten really good at art lately. I'm real proud of her on that. Just send me pictures of my parents' cats. Yeah, we're gonna kind of cut these up into smaller pieces than we usually do, because I usually like bigger chunks of onion, but we're gonna eventually put this in a food processor or a blender later, so it's not as big of a deal. Cutting rings, kind of like a tree. I haven't been able to actually do one of these for a while because I had a copyright strike on a cooking stream with no music, no copyrighted material in it. So yeah, I was like, well, fuck, I guess I can't do anything over there. I couldn't do any streams on YouTube, which was really annoying. Because half the people who watch these things watch on YouTube, you know? Whew. Everybody might get his wish. I'm starting to tear up over here. It's all the love and affection you guys express me. That's what's causing me to cry. Chill beats and vibes. You came for the JoJo. She's somewhere. The other cat's on the kitchen table. Here. One sec. Let me show you cat. There you go. There's Emmy girl. Emmy. She's not as camera friendly as JoJo, I guess. Oh yeah, 1 second. I gotta get my measuring cups out of here. We're gonna be using a couple of them today. But yeah, friend, my copyright strike I got was on a cooking stream. Isn't that about the single dumbest thing you've ever heard of? I've gotten for fan dubs, I've gotten for abridged stuff, streaming video games. Nope, none of that. It was a damn cooking stream. Yeah, make sure to cut these up in little tiny pieces. Don't have to be too small because, again, it's going to go into a blender later. Oh, our stove is 375 degrees now, which is good. Getting closer and closer to being ready, gang. Ooh. If I were to write X-Men comics, I would make a mutant who has the superpower to not cry over onions. Ooh. Even Wolverine would cry over this onion. This is a strong one. Oh yeah, onion-wise, we're using yellow onions. This is actually an organic yellow onion. One thing I've always heard but never done is heard that if you put it in a microwave for like a few seconds, it'll not sting your eyes. Don't know if that's true or not. I'll have to try it one day. So, you guys been doing good? I hope so. I actually do got some updates on project fronts. Been doing a lot of writing. Casting as well is going well. Just real life stuff's been kind of hectic lately, so I haven't been able to focus on making videos. You guys know what I mean, right? But I hope to continue soon. Just kind of having to work a few extra shifts now and then, here and there, to try and, you know, keep up with stuff. Trying to keep my head above water. It don't have to look pretty, because again, this is all going to go into a blender eventually, so. Put that second cup. Because my cup runneth over now. See? Cup runs over. I'm a comedian, alright. Alright. I'm trying me one. One day I'm going to break down and actually cook another recipe from Food Wars. I've done one and it turned out pretty well. I can't remember what it was called. It's one where he cooks a really cheap cut of steak. Alright, that's done. Give me 1 second, gang. I'm going to rinse this real quick. I'm going to wash my eyes. Woo. Cinderella, can't you see? Never want your company. Oh yeah, Chaplain steak. Hey, Adrian. Whew, there we go. Alright, Adrian, want to come over for dinner? Alright, now that's good. Now we're actually going to get to the fun part. You know, actually cooking instead of just prepping. Set this off to the side, set it over there. Alright, salt only down to the thing. Space is always a premium in the kitchen. Knife over there, we're going to be using that again in a few minutes. So, today we're going to be bringing back a dear old friend of ours. The Dutch oven. This bad boy is very heavy. That's the most important thing about it. When preparing this dish, you're going to want a pot or a pan with a lid that's going to be very heavy. Which is why we use Dutch oven. This one is enamel lined, coated, whatever you want to call it. And my roommate got it, actually. This is his big piece of cookware. We use this thing a lot. Oh, very nice, Adrian. Very nice. Alright, so, like I said, the oven's up at 375. We're good. Let me just see what first one. When I say we're going to be using a lot of measuring cups, I was not joking. We're going to get about 1/4 cup of olive oil. You know, it could be extra virgin, pure, whichever. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, like I said, just want to get 1/4 cup. Did I have to crack open another bottle? Nope, had just enough in this one. Anyway, so this side. Go ahead and crack open the next one though, because I know I'm going to need it when I start on the chicken. Alright, so I keep looking at the computer because I keep like, oh, I have the recipe over there. Now I got it on my phone. Yeah, this recipe came from a customer of mine, and it turned out pretty good. Alright, cool. Going to heat up the pan on high. We're going to heat the olive oil in it. Go ahead and rinse this real quick. Oh, what'd you end up cooking for tonight, Adrian? Yeah, the oil's heating pretty fast already. Actually, you know what? What are y'all eating tonight? I mean, you gotta be eating something. What's everybody cooking? Go ahead and add the first set of onions. Again, we're going to want about 2.5 cups of onion. This one, I'm going to save a little bit. You know, use some onion powder for the chicken instead. Yeah, we're going to just dump the whole thing in there. Get a little bit of the dregs out of there. There we go. Last time I cooked this was when my buddy Josh was over. Wash my hands real quick. Onions starting to heat up a little bit. It's going to start starting it on a stick. We're also going to be, where that? Oh, here we are. You know, bread and slices of Colby Jack cheese. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Yesterday my meal was peanut butter jelly sandwich. Just plain old PB&J. I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of garlic in here. I know it's a lot of garlic, but I like garlic. You can cut down to taste if you want. We're going to cook these for a few minutes until they become translucent. Or brown a little bit. Salad, chicken breast, very seasoning. Very nice. Oh, homemade honey mustard, always nice. I should be eating lighter, but I kind of want some comfort food, you know? Something good, stick to your ribs. And this is something I kind of tried on a whim this cooking last week. And I was like, you know what? This would be a great one for a cooking stream because it's a little involved, a little long. Something I can do and we can chat the whole time, you know? Because it's going to be about a 2-hour cooking stream, guys. We're about 26 minutes in. Yeah. Jump Force. Everybody I know who's played it likes it, but the reviews are not good. By the way, let me know if this is too loud for you guys. Not really much I can do about it, but I can try, you know? Yeah. Everything I have not seen good reviews, but actual people I know who played it enjoy it. And in a few minutes, we're going to be adding about a tablespoon of oregano and about a teaspoon and a half of cayenne pepper. When is JoJo going to try and steal my food? Probably not. She doesn't like being in the kitchen right lately. She has a new house. She likes to sleep in the entertainment center where the PlayStation is at. I think it's kind of warm down there for her. Posted a picture of her last night trying to sleep in there. Her head hangs out and then she slowly starts sliding out of the thing. It's hilarious to watch. Alright, this is looking pretty good. I'm going to real quick. So we're going to use this for the oregano. Actually, we're not using oregano, we're using entire seasoning. When I get to the chicken, I'm going to be using olive oil as well. Chicken's not going to come for a little bit though. Put about a tablespoon of that in there. A little bit more. Because I got a big onion just go around. Big chungus of onions. I don't know anymore. I'm falling prey to the memes, I guess. 1 teaspoon, a little bit more. Mix this up good, nice and good. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit, gang. Oh, camera's gone. Honestly, Carl Fernandez is one of those I kind of hope it doesn't, because a lot of its jokes work really well, mainly just Japanese. Just angle this back a bit. Don't know how well they would do in English, you know? That's good and coated. Whew, that is smelling too. Put that back for a sec. Now we are going to, we've already drained our tomatoes, right? So, comes the fun part. We're going to crush them with our bare hands. Crush them like the skulls of our enemies. Alright, let's do this shit. Make sure I have a actually, I forgot something very important, actually. Fuck, I'm overstepping the line. Sorry, guys, I forgot something important. I was supposed to put the vodka in already. I forgot something. I just forgot the vodka last time. It'll be alright, though. I'm going to let it simmer down a bit. I'll be quick and pour this vodka up. I'm going to put a full cup of vodka. Make sure just to use regular vodka, not 100 proof. Bottoms up. Simmer a little bit while I crush these tomatoes. Yeah, the vodka's supposed to simmer down a little bit. It's going to be alright, though. Oh, one thing to warn you, when you pull it out of the oven later, it might look a little scorched around the edges. That's fine, that happens. Yes, this is the Chef Boyardee stream. Yeah. So the vodka simmer for a few minutes. We can put it back up on higher heat. Because I am a derp, my friends. Hurt my derp. Just put these over here for right now. It's one of those moments, you know, I knew I was forgetting something very important. It's not really going to hurt having a little bit of tomato in there. What we're going to do is we're just trying to reduce down the vodka a little bit. Not too big. Got the pepper flakes, got the oregano, and the vodka simmered for a few minutes, yeah. Yada yada, drain the tomatoes, got that done. Nah, the alcohol cooks out of it. It'll be fine. There we go. It's cooked. See, I got this pan gets a little hotter than the one they originally wrote the recipe for. So it's cooked down enough. We're going to start adding the crushed tomatoes in now. Which is, honestly, really damn fun to do. Nice and messy. Hear the lamentations of their women as you crush their skulls. God, wine is used so much in Italian dishes. I need to look up when penne vodka became a thing. Cause I love this. Good thing about this is it cooks about, not the big feed, about 5 people. Did you meet the voice of Ignis by any chance? You know what's sad? I have met every main cast member of the Choco Bros, except for Robbie. God, what's his Ignis? He's the only one I haven't met yet. Oh, God, just watch out though. Just make sure to hold over. I think it's going to splatter like hell. Already got some on my laptop. Oop. Sure, crush them good though, because you want to get that extra sauce out like that. See? Now, when you pull this out of the oven in an hour and a half, it's going to look ugly. I'm going to tell you. Like Bruce Valanche after getting waxed ugly. And one more. Last tomato. Did I say yesterday? Oh, no. I've not been able to meet Ignis. I've met every other Chocobro except for Ignis' English actor. Which is ironic and unfortunate, I know. Alright, drop that off there. Wash my hands real quick before I touch anything else. Alright. Get that going. Stir it into the mixture well. Sorry. I don't know if you guys are aware it is, but I'm actually like 7. Your boneless chicken breast just had a bone in it. That's no good. Alright, next we're going to add about 2 teaspoons of black salt. Or sorry, black pepper. I don't think black salt is a thing. And we're going to add about the same of salt. Which I just realized why I've been setting my phone on for the recipe. A little more. All the flavors in the world, you chose to be salty. Yeah, no, I'm going to hell. Now see, like, look at this real quick if you can. See the colors already changed? It's getting a little bit yellowish to it. That's one of the vodka interacting with the acids in the tomato. The alcohol. Set off to the side. Now, going to put the lid on this bad boy. Get off for a second now. Really nice guy. Nice. Nice. All right. Ooh, that's hot. We're going to take this and drop in the oven for the next hour and a half. Ugh. Oh. Fucker's heavy. Like I said, when you pull it out, it might look a little singed. Set my timer real quick. Oh, welcome to the follow. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Timer. 90 minutes. Alright, cool. Now, that's in the oven. That's good to go. Now we're going to start on the chicken. Let me just get some stuff cleared out of the way because we're going to be cutting up some chicken over here. I'll need these again in a moment. Just go ahead and wash them off real quick. I'll need the vodka though. Salt. I'll need that again in a few minutes too, I guess. These over here as well. So I already got the mushrooms cooked and ready to go. They're good to go. Oh, nice. You're working on numbskulls also? Cool. Yeah, I really enjoy getting to play Demiurge. It's a very fun role. I don't get to do really over-the-top characters that often. I'm usually kind of cast more as like the Ignis type character. So it's nice to get to do a crazy guy, a really fun, smarmy villain type every now and then. First off, I'm gonna wash the chicken real quick. Because it's a dirty, dirty bird. I don't know, I'm really running out of things to say, I think. Been doing too many of these things. Super fast, super fast. Hopefully my boneless chicken breasts don't have bone in them, Adrian. That would suck. You eating pasta and bite into a chunk of bone. Nice, 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 nice. Whew. Think about applying for. Oh, nice! You're paying towards actor. That's gonna be a great role. That is a really good role. I had wanted to actually audition for that one, but my schedule was just crap. Like, just old, complete and total crap for a while. Alright, so, what we're going to do, gang, we are going to... I got a bunch of notifications. Hold on a sec. Okay, this is about D&D stuff. I spent way too much time playing D&D. I've gotten hooked. Alright, so, this right here is my spin on the recipe, because the original recipe doesn't call for chicken or mushroom or any of that stuff, but I like chicken, I like mushrooms, so fuck it, we're going to have both. Just put these over here for right now. So, we're going to get some spices out for this. We're going to put some onion powder, since we're not going to be cooking it with onion. A little bit of paprika. When I add a little spice to your life, just add a little paprika. Any of y'all ever seen the movie Paprika? Very good movie. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Alright, first off, we're going to cut this up into little pieces, and then we're going to mix in the seasonings. Again, this is about 1.5 pounds of chicken breast. I will say, Jelly, your name makes me think of the gorilla song, Super Fast Jellyfish. Or Super Fast Electric Jellyfish? Fuck, I can't remember. We're cutting them up into little about inch cubes. Make it a little bit easier to cook and prepare them, you know? Also, cut off any like extra fat or gristle that might have made it on. Like that piece right there had a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Again, these are boneless and skinless chicken breasts, so half the work's already done. But again, you might have to get rid of a little bit of excess stuff. I don't like that little bit of stuff right there. I got a friend who will, Yes, I have come up with a new recipe. That's it! I've come up with a new recipe. I need to come up with time to voice act for Yomi. Because I owe you guys an episode, and I am literally the only thing he's waiting on, I think. I accept full responsibility for my actions. Or inaction in this case. A little bit extra shit. I do love this knife. My buddy Gabe got me this one year for Christmas, like, whew, too many years ago. Take good care of it. If you take care of a good knife, you can use it your entire life. I can do pretty much everything I need in this kitchen with one knife. And a good wooden spoon. Wooden spoons are also very nice. I like wooden spoons. They don't scratch up your cookware and all that. Doing a little good. Yeah, this is like a decent piece. Carve that a little bit of fat right there. Don't want that. No fat chicks. Get it? Chicken? Chick? I know. I'm running out of jokes. I've thought about just doing like a little bit of stand-up stuff while I do this. I am standing up, cooking. Stand-up cooking. There you go. Oh yeah, it's a pretty good song. It's I can't remember if it was on Demon Days or what was that other album after that? Melancholy Hill, Plastic Beach. Gorillaz is probably one of my favorite bands. I'm just kind of out of it today, so my brain's slow to remember things like, you know, names. That piece is a little bit rough. Alright, cool. We are basically done with our knife now. We're just going to set it off to the side. What's up? I have turned into Pyro. Oh, the puns. Alright. I'm going to drop some onion powder in this shit. Fortunately, it's so damn humid here, stuff kind of clumps. We're going to mix all our little seasonings onto the meat before we even put it in the pan. Set it aside. Again, some paprika. You guys ever seen the movie Paprika? I can't remember if I asked that earlier. Great film. By the masterful anime director, Satoshi Kon. Known for his work like Tokyo Godfathers, Perfect Blue. Paprika is actually one of the things that inspired Inception. Maybe a little bit too much salt. Oh well. Now comes the fun part. We get to get our hands dirty again, gang. Are you ready? Are you ready, kids? Fun fact, hey, I've never seen an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. I've seen both movies in theaters somehow, but I have never seen an episode of SpongeBob. I had a lot of friends who were big SpongeBob fans, so when I was in college and when the fucking movies came out, I know I was in college for the second one. I think my sister wanted to go see the first one when she was real little, so we took her to that. Alright, cool. Alright. See, the seasoning's good and mixed on the meat now. Wash my hands off before I handle anything else. And while I was over there doing that, I also went ahead and washed off my knife and dried it. I know, friend, I know. Oh God, tax forms. Why did you have to use the T word? I haven't even started mine. Taxes are horrible. I hate them. But I like getting the money back. That's always nice whenever it comes back. This year I'm probably going to be owing though, because I've just been like medical expenses and shit and work. I haven't really done anything that could be used as much of a deductible. Alright, so this part I kind of just made up on top of my head last time. So, get some more good old olive oil. Turn this back on high. Spread that around a wee bit. Let that heat. Sorry. Whew. Some of the spices get my eyes running again. I'm not afraid of the tax, man. I'm just annoyed by it. Big difference, Abby. While that heats up, though, go ahead and get some water for that penne pasta. I'm going to use this lid. Okay. Folks shall learn to fear the tax man, huh? Let's go ahead and drop this right here. I'm going to get this out of the way because we're going to be using this soon, finally. It's been just sitting here the whole time. Yeah, chicken's good and seasoned, I'll give it that. Thank you. Alright, now this stuff's... Oh, yeah, there we go. It's kind of falling apart, right? It's getting good and separated. Ready to watch something sparks fly? Sizzle! Now, my hands are clean. I don't want to handle any more chicken. Just gonna drop it right in. Throw this over here, but rinse it. You get everything. Let's do it. But then we're gonna pan sear the chicken and make sure it gets good and turned and color. I need to get some good, like, public domain music to play during this. Just play, like, really racist Italian music. Facciamoneo, something Italiano. Ya la 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 la. I wish you guys could smell how good that stuff in the oven smells, though. Damn. Even through that heavy-ass lid, you can smell that stuff coming out. I saw a movie that people have been telling me to watch for decades. I finally watched Office Space. There you go, Franny. Yeah, I'm embarrassed to say I have never seen Office Space before. For hilarious reasons, in all honesty. I have tried on 7 separate attempts that I recall to try and see Office Space. First was when I was in high school. They had a local video store. The VHS copy broke in my VCR within the first 5 minutes. You know, the tape broke, something you don't have to really worry about nowadays. So I'm like, okay, fine. When I get to college, they have 2 copies of it on DVD in the library. I'm like, alright, I can finally see it. I can finally watch Office Space. No. One of them had no disc in it. The disc was scratched to hell. It looks like someone used it to like sharpen their cat's claws or something. It was terrible. Alright, next we're going to add in the mushrooms. Remember, it's always important to wash your mushrooms thoroughly before cooking them. Yeah, because the chicken's turned a darker color now. Turned out pretty good. Anyway, back to the story. So, that's 3 attempts to rent now. Doesn't work, right? Next thought. I'll buy it. Oh, hey, we got a donation. Thanks for donating. It did not give me the alert. Let me see who did that. Oh, thanks, hologram. Yes, I came back from volunteering at the orphanage. Thanks, buddy. But anyway, with the so I was like, you know what? I'll buy a copy. I had just gotten a PS3, so I was like, hey, Blu-ray can't fuck up, right? It can if it's the wrong goddamn disc in the container. I went to Best Buy. Instead of that, it was a copy of what was it? Idiocracy, I think. Like, okay. They're like, well, we don't have any other copies. So they just gave me my in-store credit, and I put it towards getting, I can't remember what it was. It was a game. Saw someone in a movie, saw a used copy on Blu-ray for sale at another store. No disc. So finally I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll rent it. My family's up here visiting. They come up to hide from the hurricane when it hit Savannah. Like, we got a house full of people. Let's just watch a movie. Nay, nay. Power went out when I tried to rent it for streaming. Power did not come on after we started watching for the next 4 days. Alright, so now we are finally going to add that tomato juice we've been saving, guys. Look at that. And basically for the next hour, I'm going to be sitting here. Just stirring this stuff up and maybe add a little seasoning to it. I'm going to let all that good, rich tomato flavor soak into it. It's going to be great. Oh, almost dropped that. A little bit of that in there again. Basically give that tomato sauce a little extra flavor. Now, put a little salt. Nah, I got plenty of salt in there. I don't want to eat any more of that. Pepper, that's what I was looking for. Pepper. It's like a ratatouille? Yeah, I've never made ratatouille. I've never actually even had it. We don't have that many good, like, French restaurants around here in Georgia. Which is weird because you would think French cuisine would do very well in the South because of their reckless regard for butter. They put so much butter in French cuisine, it's amazing to me. I'm like, damn! They're from the South too, I guess. It is so heavy. Yeah. Then we're going to turn this down to about half heat to simmer it. Oh, yeah. No, I know what you mean. You know what? Also, I've never seen Ratatouille. I know. Terrible. I've never seen one of the most beloved Disney Pixar movies of all time. I want to, though. I just never got around to watching it. There you go, Adrian. I ought to force Jack or one of the cats to come here. They can be little chef. Freedom cuisine. Good. But yeah, for the time being, what we're going to do, guys, we're basically going to sit here and cook this stuff down to a paste. Oh, I've heard the message at the end is amazing, and I love Brad Bird's work. Didn't Brad Bird do Ratatouille? I can't remember. While I do this, though, I'm going to look over the recipe. Mess up a little bit from there. Oh. Yes. Grab another hand towel real quick. Drain and return to... Yeah. Basically what we're doing now, once the stuff in the oven finishes, we're actually going to be putting it into a blender to liquefy. Yeah, Brad Bird's great. He's also really good. His work on The Simpsons was good. I really enjoyed those. Way back when. I didn't need to look up the list of what episodes he did, but he was involved in quite a few of the ones I like. And now we play the waiting game. Alright, kids, let's rap for a moment. What are you, Adrian? Like every 90s or early 2000s motivational speaker at a high school? Alright, kids, you got a moment to rap about Jesus? Alright, we're gonna talk to you about sex and why you should never ever fucking have it. You hear me? It was fun to get those speeches at high school. Do they even do those anymore? Like assemblies? I don't think nowadays they even have like free periods anymore. We didn't when I was in high school. We did in middle school though. Our free period was basically 20 minutes. That's good. Super fun. I gotta tell you, it smells good, and a little bit I tasted the sauce tastes good. Best thing about cooking it like this is that the mushroom's gonna get so tender. No, Abby, I did not do drugs during my free periods. I was too broke. I guess some things never change. Splatter on my computer. I'm gonna wipe that off later. Super fast. Remember, like I said, whenever we pull out the sauce out of the oven, it might be scorched around the rim. We're gonna get the stuff that's not scorched. Oh yeah, did you guys hear about Reggie? Retiring from 15 years as head of Nintendo of America. You know though, he's still pretty young. Kind of get to retire when you can like that. Yeah, actually, I did not get into anime and manga until I was in college. I liked Digimon and stuff like that. Loved Robotech as a kid. But didn't really get into anime and stuff until I started college. And my roommate, who's a big in like obscure indie comics and shit, he started reading Berserk. So I started reading Berserk, and I was hooked. It's to this day still probably my favorite manga or books I've ever read. What we call temptation. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one, AJ. That's pretty funny. Now I know this food looks good, but that's what we call temptation. You know who didn't give in to temptation? Jesus. Abby, I think someone else in Yomi's Discord posted an exact same joke about Reggie. Hour to go, gang. Oh, that stuff in the oven. Trust me, it's gonna be good. You bro? Oh yeah. FMA was great. You know, a lot of people. It was weird to me when Brotherhood came out. At the time, like everybody I knew loved the original over. Like, oh, Brotherhood's, even though it's the manga ending, is nowhere near good as the original. Blah, 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 blah. Nowadays, I think I know like 5 people total who prefer the original FMA anime to Brotherhood. For me, there's elements of both that I really love. For instance, I love all the extra stuff we get with Maze Hughes in the original. Because, you know, they're like, well, we're going to write an episode, so let's just have a few side stuff here developing Maze. That's going to be great. I mean, Hughes is one of my favorite characters of all time. He was great. I'm going to turn the heat down on this a little bit. Stir noodles every now and then, make sure they don't stick. They're not sticking, which is good. Hey Jack, you decided to join us, old man? Got my old dog Jack in here with me. Jack, come here, bud. Gang? Meet Joe. Jack, come back, you little shit. Come here. That's Jack. He's upside down. He's a very good dog. He's a very good doggo. You can ask Adrian, who's in the chat right now, that our friends come over to see him more than the dog more than they do me. There we go. That's a good pup. Jack is on the doo-doo list last night because he decided, hey, you know what? That sandwich that Richard, or excuse me, Hulk, or whatever you want to call me, left on the kitchen table looks really good. I go to my room to grab my phone charger, come back out, and Jack, in the meantime, had pulled the tablecloth off the table, the plate onto the floor, and the sandwich off the plate into the living room, and had split the bread open, and both sticky sides were down, and he was just going to town eating it. He wanted that sandwich. Yeah. See, we're cooking this down so much, it's thickening up a lot more now. Look at that. Well, here's the thing. The dog has never done that. The cats don't even attack my food when I leave it unattended. It was weird. He was just also asleep on the couch when I left. I'm like, okay, he'll still be on the couch when I get back. Nope. Yeah, it was so I had to make another sandwich. Oh yeah, I also saw Ted for the first time last night. Couldn't sleep, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna stay up till like 5 a.m. and watch Ted. Cause why not? Pretty fun. A lot more gay jokes than I was expecting, like a weird amount of gay jokes. Also, I've never seen traffic that good in Boston. Ever. I've only been to Boston like once, but still. It's good. Yeah, I might do the sequel like Tuesday night or something. Next late night I have. So, you folks got any cues that I can give the A's to? Somewhere Adrian is rolling his eyes at how corny I am. I'm probably going to make this dish again one day, but without the chicken and mushroom. So that way I can give some to a coworker of mine who's vegetarian. Oh, nice! How'd you like it, Adrian? I almost watched Coonskin with Josh when he was down, but we both were kind of like exhausted, so we didn't. I need to sit down and watch all of Heavy Traffic. I think Bakmi said that the Coonskin and Heavy Traffic were his favorite films, or he thought were his best movies at least. mean, I know there's a lot of talk about there being an intermission for the new Avengers, but here's my thing. Most of the Marvel movies are already 2 hours and 40 minutes anyway. What's another 20 minutes going to do, you know? Fuck it, I'm all for an intermission to give us like 10 minutes to use the bathroom. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go in there and dehydrate myself so I don't have to go take a piss during a movie. There you go. This stuff's thinning up real good. About the next few minutes is probably going to be down to almost a paste. And we'll just kind of keep it warm, keep it stirred so it don't stick. And then we're going to put that bad boy into the sauce whenever the sauce gets done. Oh, why don't you want to see those, Abby? I'm looking forward to both. Been a lifelong Carol Danvers fan. Not a big fan of what they did with her in Civil War II in that era of comics, but I mean, hell, she's had worse written. Though I do hope they have Marvel in the movie. Mainly because Marvel was in my... Carol's in my top 5, he's in my top 10 characters, you know what I mean? Her thing is always like Carol was that she was, I don't know, she was a badass before she even got powers. After she lost her powers when Rogue beat her up, she was still a badass. She ended up teaming up with the X-Men. It was awesome. It just became binary and all that. Yeah, Isle Dogs is a very, very different movie, dude. Great movie, though. Any advice on corned beef and cabbage? Don't let your cabbage get too soggy, and watch out they don't scorch corned beef, because it can scorch real easy. Dropping by to say hey, I'm taking a quick break from Japanese homework. Already looking Ochi, which is a vocab word. Very nice, very nice. I really don't want Civil War II. I hated that arc. It was a very dumb concept, dumb arc. Mainly because they just turned Inhumans into assholes. And they, by extension, turned Carol an asshole. But here's the thing. They're supposed to be the right party. Which is annoying. Like, Marvel said, like, yeah, they're right. Just like in the first Civil War, Marvel's official statement was that Tony was correct. I'll disagree with you there, Abby. I think Carol's about as A-list as you can get for the Avengers these days. They went through a long push into the 2000s to try and bring her up to being an A-list character. Back when she was Ms. Marvel, then her Warbird phase. She's a staple. I think she should have been in the MCU earlier. I think it would have made more sense, honestly, for her to be in there since around, like, Avengers 2 era. But, you know, they were hesitant to deal with the cosmic stuff, which I get. Origin's a bit convoluted. Yeah. Honestly, I like the Monica character. Monica Rambeau, or... Rambeau? I liked her better, though, when she became Photon. Because it just, I don't know, it suited her. I think the name's cooler. It's more original. Perfectly suits and describes her power set. Also, it bothered me that you can tell she was a character created entirely just to keep the Marvel name so DC couldn't use it. Because their Captain Marvel, was created by Stan Lee and them as a homage to the Fawcett's Comics character, Captain Marvel, who's getting his own movie called Shazam, in which they probably won't ever call him Captain Marvel. I'll be honest, I hope Captain Marvel is better than Venom. Because I enjoyed Venom, but it was not a good movie. It was a kind of fun movie, but it was not a good movie, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is about done right here. And we still have about 50 minutes to wait on the stuff in the oven. So we're gonna probably sit and chat for a bit. pull up a backwards chair, sit in it backwards. Alright, kids. I'm gonna talk to you about the AIDS. Honestly, I'm just excited to see Creek Culture, tried to see scrolls on the big screen. That's gonna be great to see. I'm curious as to how that's gonna affect the last X-Men movie, because apparently the scroll were in that. Not too familiar outside of my lectures. Yeah. Nah, you mean how she assists Ant-Man in saving the Avengers. One guy you wouldn't expect to save the world, Scott Lang. Let's see, got some stuff from Contreras getting. Oh yeah, I heard it. I do think that's scummy that people who are pissed off the internet are review bombing a movie before it's even out. I hate to say, Abby, that's kind of how Skrull look in a lot of comics. Kind of a shade of green, usually a shade of green, kind of a dull green in this case. The Skrull are a very goofy design. I'm honestly glad we got as close as we did. I mean, hell, one of my favorite Marvel characters is nothing like, or sorry, my favorite Marvel movie characters is literally about as far away from the comic version as you could get. That'd be Yondu. I really love their version of Yondu. And he is a completely different concept and style character than the one from the original. Hawkeye will be the key to King Thanos. Hawkeye is honestly one of my favorite parts of the Marvel Universe. And they've done, you know, when they actually started giving them shit in like in Avengers 2. Honestly, yeah, Contreras, a lot of it is political issues because, what's her name? Brie Larson's a very outspoken actress, and it pisses off a lot of people. I honestly don't give a shit. I mean, I look at it this way. Actors like Tom Cruise, James Woods, Sean Penn, I don't really like them as people. They say a lot of shit that's just really out there or do a lot of bad things, but I still really enjoy their movies. So that's kind of how I'm approaching the Brie Larson situation. Even if I don't agree with her or think some of such is done as, you know, silly or whatever, I don't really care as long as the movie's good. And she's an actress who's been really damn good in a lot of stuff. An actress I enjoy seeing in movies, so I'll give her a shot. She would not have been my first choice for Carol, I'll be honest. Honestly, she's just a little small. That's my main complaint. Alright, by the way, doesn't this look good, guys? Yeah, Marvel Capcom, Super Skrull. Pretty much like Jellyfish said, separate the art from the artist. That's kind of what I can do. Sean Bean is a walking spoiler. No, that is a thing. Though he's got a TV show that he has survived like 2 or 3 seasons in. He also survived Jupiter Ascending. I noticed, like, I'm always hesitant. It's sort of like whenever you see Colin Farrell in something using an American accent instead of his Irish one. Look out and be worried. If Sean Bean lives through a movie, might not be a good movie. His best movies are when he dies in, which sucks. I really like Sean Bean. Haven't had dinner yet. Watching this is painful. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. This one I actually got that recipe written up on, so I can post it. Yeah, Sean Bean and Sean Penn are very different people. Sean Penn is a self-righteous a-hole who basically beat the shit out of Madonna back in the 80s, and yet is still one of the most beloved actors of all time. That's really good. No, the Wachowskis did not survive Jupiter Ascending. But I guess you'd have to call them the Wachowski sisters now, because they both went transgender. But hey, you know, each their own. Yeah, we're just going to put this on warm, by the way. Because it's done, but we still have, like I said, about 40 minutes before that sauce is ready to use. I don't know why, but ever since I was a kid, like, I guess because it was using like the Santa Claus for like wait awkward scenes and stuff, and in Home Alone. Whenever I hear that version of White Christmas, it goes. Whenever I hear like have a moment like, well, we gotta wait. I just hear that the intro to that version of White Christmas. Put a little more water in there. Because they're a little stiff still. They're almost done, though. Yeah, it's almost done. But not the more. There's a moth on you. Abby, I don't want to get political stuff in my streams, buddy. I will say that I am a big fan of Gail Simone's work, though. I've been for years. Again, there's artists and writers out there that, and actors, directors, whatever, that I will fundamentally disagree with on their political or social stances. But that means I would lose a lot of creators that I really like. Oh my god, really, Adrian? That sounds amazing. I really like Chris Pratt as an actor, but I don't agree with him on a lot of stuff. I don't know. That's one of those things, like, people get too wrapped up in the politics stuff. A couple decades ago, didn't matter. Social media just kind of made it that way, you know? There's good and bad about it. Good? I get to meet people like you. I never would have met, like, any of y'all in this chat were it not for social media and stuff like that. But on the downside, people use it in too many damn toxic ways, you know? Make myself a Moscow Mule. A lazy one because I'm not using the copper mug like I should be. Yeah, I know what you mean, Joe. I was one of those a little sad lately. one of those things. Maybe I'm weird about separating people. Maybe it's just one of those things I taught us in law school to kind of separate your client from their actions. See someone as a person. See them for, you know. Yeah. All right. Now this is cooked down almost exactly to where we want it. Yeah. Let's just steer clear of politics, gang. All right. My one rule. Because politics and talking about that nowadays never ends well. Yeah. So I mean, like, someone to cook down to be nice and thick. Extra thick. Yeah, it's good. It is going to be good anyway. See, we still got about half hour. Oh, nice. Get yours. Hope you get paid too, buddy. Honestly, Tova, I don't think social media necessarily brings out the truth. I think for a lot of people, the anonymity it provides is just something they would like to use to hide behind. I mean, you don't have to support the studio if you don't like it, man. Yeah. Magnifique. Yeah. You entered to work on the 11th, so hopefully. Oh, you're worried you might not have been on the pay period long enough. I gotcha. The jobs I'm recently applying for are paid monthly, which that's gonna suck a lot. The steam. I'm blinded, but not by the light. Alright, so we're going to strain the noodles real quick. And then we're going to end up putting them right back in the pot, just kind of sit, because we're going to mix everything in the pot eventually. Yeah, good luck, Contreras. You're going to wish you the best, buddy. Might be about time to upgrade. These are scorching a little bit nowadays. Also, important tip, no matter what you do not rinse the noodles after you do them. You need that starch on them. Starch is what's going to make the sauce stick, you know? Oop. Oh, shit. That smells terrible. Smell of a noodle sizzling on the griddle. I think a buddy of mine gets way too wrapped up in politics. You keep telling him he's talking about going back to school for another degree in something. I'm like, dude, go for a poli-sci. Become a political analyst. You're good at it. You like it. You're sane. As far as like current movies, really enjoyed Alita and Happy Death Day to You. Happy Death Day to You was pretty good. Very funny. Good follow-up to the first one. Hey, welcome back, Flash. Stir this occasionally. Again, this is basically just to keep it warm. Put this off to the side. Wash my hands again for handling stuff. You know what I'm going to do right now, though? I am going to add the recipe to the YouTube video already. So I don't forget about it. Yeah. I mean, I hate to say the romance subplot was cliche in the original manga too. Yeah. I was amazed by how much they were able to fit into the movie without it feeling too bloated, which is nice. Oh, by the way, if you guys wanted, y'all could literally just serve this up on top of the pasta by itself. Really good. Let me see real quick. Pull my Google Drive, pull up my recipe folder, and go ahead and deposit this bad boy into the recipes. Or I could not just be lazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's my chicken parm recipe. I need to make that again. I am glad I got to do this to hang out with you guys a little bit again. No, I hadn't heard about that, Abby. Rodriguez and Camry give someone prosthetics. That's pretty cool. If I had a lot of money, I would invest it almost entirely in prosthetics research. I think that's a big field in the future. Wait for season 2 of Danmachi. Yeah, the Babylon one looks pretty good. I need to sit down and actually order my damn tickets for the New Heavens Field movie, which is playing in Atlanta eventually. Oh, that's cool. Full on box. Feels good to sit. Last time I made this, it went a little slower, I'll be honest. Please ignore my messy ass counter behind me. We should be about ready to pull this out of the oven though by the time I get done writing and posting the recipe. I'm just going to transfer it over to my thing. Copy that. I don't know, it's been very... I really enjoy cooking. I enjoy it way too much. See you later, Adrian. Enjoy that diet. Oh, I'm tired. So I can just pull up my phone, gonna deposit it on that, and then I can deposit it for you guys. Because I always forget to do that, you know? Actually post the damn recipes on the videos. I need to just take like a day and go through and do it on all my vids. I'm just lazy. I'm tired. All I do is sleep and work and sleep. So I just don't take the time anymore. Yeah, I'm glad you're taking more time on the movies and stuff for Fate now. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Someone just got arrested. Oh. Someone got arrested for jerking off at a Fate movie? That's, whew, that's not good. Fandom's got some odd ones in it. But I love all my odd Fate friends anyway. Fate fans, Fate friends. No, not control new. I'm administrator, contracts and such. Oh yeah, that is a ugh. Hated contract law. Hated it, hated it, hated it. One day I'll actually practice law. One day I'll actually pass a damn bar exam. Honestly, for me, it was like I just gotta take it again. I just gotta afford to take it again. Is my problem. Buying Resident Evil instead. I gotcha. Yeah, the theater up here is only charging like 11 to see the Fate movie, so yeah. I was like, no, that's not too bad. All right, we can start. There are some really good movies out right now, though. I can't. I really enjoy horror movies like way more than I should. Like I really like horror movies. Oh, gotcha. You weren't able to see the first one in theaters because you didn't have a car at the time. Makes sense. Sliced mushrooms. 2 cups sliced mushrooms. Smells good. I just gotta. I'm not a patient person. I want to eat. Get my noms on. I need all day. Came home and basically went straight. I had like errands all day to run. Came home and did some lines for some folk. Looking forward to seeing those videos come out. I'm excited. I'm getting to voice more lately. That's nice for me because I rarely ever get to voice and stuff. Cut chicken into Indian Family is such an adorable thing. I love it. Because for me, like my favorite part of the Fate franchise, it's not the big amazing fights and all that. It's just the kind of fun, like little, little goofy moments like, oh hey, Saber's a glutton. She really likes to eat curry or whatever, I enjoy the little moments like that. That's part of the reason I love Hollow Exterior that much. Because it's very much like it just kind of starts devolving into a day in the life of the Fate characters. I kind of love that. Yeah, the El Moloy case files look good. I need to sit down and watch the first episode they released. Yeah, I do like Celeste Love stuff too. Also, it's kind of sad to watch the Emmy one because you could basically keep track of how far we were into the year by how many episodes. They did like one a month. Paprika. Oregano. Onion powder. I think it's a summer anime. The case files. tomato juice. Tomato juice. Alright, I'm just typing the recipe real quick, guys. Take about 20 to 30 minutes. Over that. You guys, any other questions you guys want to ask me real quick? Since we're kind of at a bit of a lull for the next 20 minutes. Being a captain hero? What the hell's that? Modern Formation is going to be dubbed. Honestly, I'm fine with them keeping the Food Wars dub. It's not that bad. I 100% hope they redub the Prism Ilya anime because it's got some amazing voice actors who I really like in it, but it is a terrible dub. Like, holy crap, is it a bad dub? Woohoo! Whew. I've thought about doing a few comic dubs, but I don't know, I've never seen enough comics that really jump out to me. I thought about doing some of the Fate ones, but now the Fate comics I would have dubbed are getting their own anime. The ones about how to play Fate Go has all the little weird side characters and stuff from Fate Go in it. It's getting its own damn anime. There's no point now. There will definitely be stealing those character models and using those for stuff. Kind of like what Dark Moon's doing with the Overlord shorts. I haven't seen Drawn Together in like 10 years. Probably college. But one I recommend is Clone High. Kind of from the same period, similar style. Love, 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 love Clone High. Yeah, I remember saying, like, I know a lot of people really dig it. I just never got back into it. Love Clone High. I'm going to have to try and do it again one day, I guess. Like both Japanese and English Dio voice in. What got born? Jellyfish. All right, cool. I'm gonna edit and add the recipe. My new recipe. Or say I will, but YouTube's being a butt. Or rather, a straight up butt, I say. Come on. Work. Everything's frozen. Okay, it's just my computer being a dick, I guess. Fuck it at this point, you know? Alright, cool. Now, once that, guys, I'm going to just add that recipe in, and I'll be back to getting things ready for the main course. Any anime I'm looking forward to? Well, right now I'm watching Shield Hero. I'm enjoying that one. Kind of a nice look at the isekai genre. Having a hard time getting into Promised Neverland. There's a couple of movies. I'm looking forward to the Made in Abyss movie. Because that looks really good. What movie you guys talking about? The Drawn Together movie? I know they had one. Yeah, I'm watching the sub of Shield Hero. I haven't seen anything but the dub for it yet. Alright, cool. The recipe is now added to the YouTube video. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm talking. My D&D group wants to start streaming our D&D games. We used to stream our Pathfinder games before, but I've been for the past year. I have been DMing them in an original 5e campaign. Been pretty fun. That's good. Put it back on here so it'll keep eating up, because in about 10 minutes we will be pulling that shit out of the oven, and I cannot goddamn wait. I'm hungry. But I will get the blender set up while I do that. Blender's gonna be loud, so I'm probably gonna mute the mic while I do the blender stuff. You know? Don't want to blow your eardrums out, you know? Any bridges I want to try? Let me end up doing a Dark Heresy game. I don't know enough about the 40k universe. It doesn't interest me enough to do one. I mean, I like the lore. I love the art for them, but it's one of those things I might get into eventually. But for now, we got a backlog. So it's like we just did a Lasers and Feelings game, which is a tabletop RPG that's designed to only take like an hour to do, just like from start to finish. It's really fun, very simple. Actually, might link that to you guys later. It's pretty good. We want to do Call of Cthulhu or Mutants and Marvels, Mutants and Masterminds. Mutants and Masterminds is what it's called. We want to do one of those like superhero style RPGs because those are a lot of fun. Any bridges I'd like to try? I wouldn't have minded doing like a shorts or something for slime if I'd had the time, but I just didn't. Shield Hero that's got a lot of material, but the first episode would be really hard to parody and get past. Honestly, the thing I want to do the most right now, I want to parody a retro anime. Kind of like because I started out doing a cross parody way back when, but I never stuck with it. Flash. Partially, it was just too demanding time-wise to edit because it's such low quality animation. I love the series. I think it's a brilliant story. The characters are all great, but it is a low budget series at the time to just become a classic. I'm trying to think of any other stuff. Honestly, I'm just so backlogged. Like, there's a million things I want to do. I just can't because I have so many things I'm committed to doing that I haven't done. Like Berserk. I need lines for Berserk so I can do Berserk. Nah, like I love G Gundam, but G Gundam's already the parody I want. I thought about doing Build Fighters though. Build Fighters has a lot of room for parody. As self-aware as it is, even if it's so self-aware, it's still got a lot of room for parody. G Gundam was a lot of fun though. My thing is, like, I love retro animation, but fuck, is it not a pain to deal with, you know? Let's see. Jack, go away. This is not for you, buddy. I was getting rid of some of that extra stuff kind of hardened around the edge. And Jack's like, oh, I see something food at head level. Oh. Alright, bud. You want to go outside for a sec, Jack? Come on. Don't need you making a mess in the house. Yes. I will go ahead, though, and get the cream and cheese ready. You're going to need half a cup of cheese. I'm going to go ahead and get that out and get it ready. And we're going to need about a cup of heavy cream. Fortunately, I had heavy cream from last week when I made this. You kind of wanted to get. Honestly, I'm fine with Carl Fan as not getting a dub. I just want a physical release of it. I want to own it. But I don't want to pay, like, Aniplex prices, you know? Because Aniplex can suck at all kinds of dicks. I kid. Aniplex has been good to me as a creator, but man, it about broke the bank when I had to buy those copies of Fate, you know what I mean? Oh, you found me through Nobunaga. That's pretty cool. I really enjoyed doing that. No one watched it, but I really enjoyed doing it. It was just such a dumb concept that had, like, endless ability to be parodied. And it was by Studio Satellite, who I love. Love them a lot. About half a cup of cheese, so we put some of this in here. That will be garnished with cheese. Yeah, cheese is going to basically serve to thicken everything up, you know what I mean? Check, see how much cream I need. So easy, I can just refer to my computer now because I have it there. I didn't know they'd done a re-release of G Gundam. I actually might have to get that. Because I have all but like the last disc on the singles they did way back when. I actually think I might be missing the last 3 discs. I also find it funny I have like every UC Gundam spinoff, but I don't have any of the main UC Gundam series on DVD or Blu-ray. Like, yeah, I'll check my stuff later. I'm kind of broke right now though, so my purchasing's gonna be a bit, you know, bit slow for a while. Yeah, go ahead and get that cup of heavy cream ready. But, anyway, what was I saying? You know, fuck it, guys. What's your favorite Gundam? Not individual, you know, Gundam unit, but favorite Gundam series. God, this stuff looks so good. I want to eat it. Just want to eat it. Eat it all. And I shall eat all of it. But no, like, favorite Gundam series. Mine's probably 00. Love the mech design, love the fights in it, love the characters. The music was just top notch. Oh, nice, Abby. I missed out on getting to see Slayers last October, I think, when they were in Georgia. Buddy of mine went there, said it was a great concert. they had like them, Anthrax, like Lamb of God, and like 2 other really good groups. It wasn't even supposed to be that big of a show, but it basically just turned into this huge music fest. Tea Gundam is amazing. It is amazing. Yeah, Double O is probably my favorite. My favorite out of the main Gundam continuity, though, like you see, probably 8th MS team. I like it because there's no, you know, what are they called? There's none of that psychic alien people bullshit. New type, yeah. There's no new type bullshit in that show. It's well, I mean, they have one new type at the end, but it's mainly focusing on, you know, just guys down in the dirt in the middle of the war. And I like shows that do that. That's part of the reason I like Rogue One as much as I did. Because it was a Star Wars movie that actually showed the goddamn war. We got to see a fucking ground battle, like a legit one. It was awesome in the Rebellion. I mean, apart from the really good fight from Attack of the Clones, which, you know, even if you don't like Attack of the Clones, you gotta admit that was a pretty good battle. Oh yeah, Cannibal Corpse was my friends also. Can't remember who. There's one other. Anthrax, Lamb of God, Cannibal Corpse, someone else. It was basically that person was going to have a show in Atlanta that week, and just got there earlier, like, hey, let's put us on the ticket. Seed is a hard one for me to get into, I'll be honest. One of my roommates in college thought it was like the greatest thing ever, but he thought it was the greatest thing ever entirely because it was a more complicated version of UC, of the regular Gundam, which was his favorite. Like, he got way, way too into Gundam, kind of to terrifying levels. Kind of like how I get way too into comics and discussing stuff like that. My lectures, as Adrian put it earlier. Get way too into that shit. You know, I haven't seen Thunderbolt or Ironblood. I've seen everything up to that point. Oh, that G Requisia, or whatever the fuck it was called, it came out a couple years ago that no one liked. I haven't seen that. Solo had a good ground battle. Yeah, but it just didn't really have this. The solo ground battle wasn't as epic. Like, I'll give Trevin. Oh, not Trevinov. Crap, whoever it was who directed it, I'll give him credit. Gareth Edwards, I'll give him credit. I didn't like his Godzilla movie, I'll admit, but he was the first first person since Lucas and Kazan and all them who made a Star Wars movie that felt different. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of beef about George Lucas, but it never felt like the same movie for me. You know what I mean? Force Awakens, it felt like a retread of stuff we had already seen, which, you know, I get. They have to introduce a new generation to it, and blah 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 blah. But I don't know. The Last Jedi went a little too far, I think, in some regards. I enjoyed it overall, but, you know. Here's the thing, Solo technically didn't bomb. It made like $500 million. It's the most profitable movie of Ron Howard's career. It just didn't make Disney money. Like how Avengers 2 made like $1.2 billion, and they're like, okay, this movie's a failure. It made more money than many countries do in a year. I liked Solo overall. I thought it was a decent movie. I didn't think it was the greatest movie ever or anything like that, but I thought it was decent. It's definitely one of those movies you can feel like a lot of you can feel the fucking corporate involvement on. Whew. That steam blinded me, gang. Alright, this is going to be really hot, so give me just a sec to get it up here on the TV. Yeah. Yeah, I'm disappointed by the Obi-Wan spinoff because Solo killed, honestly, the only fucking Disney Star Wars movie I wanted to see. Because I really like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. I thought he did a good job. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. This is the shittiest oven mitt in the world. Someone buy me a new oven mitt. Fuck, that is hot. Whew. Alright, gang. Trying to think the best way to put this up. Here, we're gonna put this over here. So you guys see. Now, like I said, it's probably going to be scorched around the rim. We're about to see that. Oh no, it did not. That's good. Oh my god, it smells good. Fuck. Alright. Next up, scoop this mess into a blender. We're going to do it in batches though, you see? Just little bits like this. Not too much. Take it up in batches. Alright, I'm about to mute the mic, guys. Basically, what I'm going to be doing here is I am going to put this mess in the blender and blend it on down. Oh, I didn't think... I mean, apart from CGI Leia, that was kind of the only complaint I had about Rogue One. Anyway, I'm going to put this on real quick. There was CGI there was a CGI Moff Tarkin in the movie, Abby. But honestly, I was not really bothered with that. Until they do like close-ups and it looks really obvious, but I thought that effect was amazing in all honesty. I'm just glad they said they're not going to use that to bring back Carrie Fisher again. Oh wow. By the way, this thing is so damn hot it would burn it would burn so bad. Look at that. It's sizzling where it landed. Suddenly sins again? Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it's got a big, heavy cast. So basically what I'm doing is I'm putting this on to liquefy all the contents of this. You know, the onions and all that to make the sauce. Mwah. Alright, jellyfish, it's good having you along, buddy. If you want to stick around a few more minutes, though, it's almost done. Almost done. Hot, hot, hot. Alright, so we liquefied it until it became this interesting looking texture and color and consistency. See? It's kind of a off orange color. Also, pro tip, make sure you keep your hand on the lid of your blender so it doesn't, spray everywhere. Just want to give him one more run through. All right, so we are in the home stretch, my friends. How does it feel? Yep, feeling good. Just soaking the smell. If you've been cooking along with us, I doubt anyone has. But hey, this is something you can easily make at home. It just takes time. That's it, time. All right. Next up, this is the easy part. We're going to combine this stuff with our chicken mixture. One sec, this is still really goddamn hot, so I'm going to put it here. I gotta let, by the way, if you use a heavy pot like this, don't wash it immediately. Let it sit and cool on its own, and then wash it, because you will crack fucking cast iron and porcelain if you do. And that is a mess. It kind of does look like baby food. It's a sauce. So, gonna heat this shit up. Turn it back to about medium heat. Stuff, we've been playing with off and on all night. Tastes good. Don't worry if it tastes a little too spicy right now, because it will be mellowed out very quickly. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. It does it does look kind of like baby food. This creamy kind of pasty texture, Or it's like something that in your video game never uses a prop. But it's been an expensive prop. By the way, this whole meal set me back maybe 20 bucks. Not too bad. Again, it's something very fancy, very nice. You can cook at home. And, it'll impress people. It will impress people. Let me get the rest of this out. Go and get all this stuff mixed in together. Look at that. Look at that, my friends. This is one of the most unusual textures of a dish. It's entirely because of the vodka and baking it. Those are the two big things. And of course, blending it a little bit. All right. We're reheating it right now. We're going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Oh yeah, one last step. Almost forgot, gang. We need to add 1 cup of heavy cream. Swag cooking. I cannot pronounce the goddamn name. Basically, it is a chicken and pasta alla Vecchia Bettola. It is a vodka-based sauce that you bake in the oven, combined with a chicken cooked and simmered in the leftover tomato juice and everything. It's a bit long, but very good. Very good. Alright. Cook this in. Added heavy cream to give it a little bit more of a creamier texture and consistency. It's also going to cut the spices we added earlier. We added those because we don't want this thing to taste bland, We want to actually have a little bit of flavor to it. We want to have a little flavor. Kind of cook it in and just make sure we get it mixed up real well. We're going to let it simmer for a few minutes. Now, let me check check one more thing. Blah, 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 blah. Add the sauce to the pasta. We got a little bit more. We had another little pinch of fresh Italian seasoning, or dried Italian seasoning. Preferably, it'd be nice to have like fresh oregano, but we don't have that. Nah, that's not butter chicken. It's an Italian dish. Got the color and texture of butter chicken though. There we go. I'm gonna let the dog in real quick while I let that simmer. Yeah, it's a like I said, it's a vodka-based sauce for pasta, Italian pasta. Chicken, mushrooms are in it. Turn this down a little bit more to splatter in a little bit. We don't want to do that because we need a bit of a. We already got a bit of stuff cleaned up anyway, you know. That is good. Got a good kick to it too. Go ahead and bring the pasta back in. Yeah. Just gonna stir, let it simmer for about another, let's say 4 minutes, you know? Yeah. Oh, it's really good. Made it for Josh last time he was down. He wanted something kind of different. A customer of mine at work has been bragging about this recipe for a few weeks now. So I decided, you know what? I got a recipe from her, decided to give it a shot. And honestly, this is probably the best sauce I've ever made. Real cheap to make too. Real cheap to make. Like I said earlier, I think I maybe have like 20 bucks invested in this whole meal. You know, not counting cookware, of course. I'll give another 2 minutes. Do it to about 10:03. It's all darn into Frank's. Looked like two VR. Darn into Frank's. I started it. I enjoyed it once I got past the initial weirdness of the show. It is definitely not a show made with a Western audience in mind, which I kind of respect a little bit. I do have respect for that still. Sort of like everybody got mad about Shield Hero in America. In Japan, they're like, no one really cares that much. This novel's been out for like 5 years. One cool thing about the Shield Hero anime that's coming out, the original novels is based on are finished. So this is one that they could actually have a potential ending for, which is rare for an isekai series, because so many were based off an ongoing series, you know. Yeah, I haven't done a cooking stream in a while, so I wanted to try. The last one I did was really short. It was like a 40-minute one because the meal was really easy to make. I was like, you know, I kind of want to do something a little bit longer this go around. I mean, we've been at it for, honestly, yeah, about 2 hours and 16 minutes. About on time. I figured this would probably take about 2.5 hours to make. Alright, let's go ahead and cut this off. Stir. Yeah, it's thickened up good. Still got a nice creamy texture though, which is what we're going for. All right. Now, I'm gonna slide this over. This is our pasta we cooked earlier. We're just gonna combine them. Watch out for making a mess. Don't want to make too much of one. You already got cleaned up enough, you know. Most of the stuff I like to cook are really light and clean up. This is not one of them. I mean, that's one of those things I usually brag to you guys, like, oh, hey, this will, you know, you only use 2 pans. You can be done with this and before you know it. This one is a lot more labor intensive for cleaning, I'll be honest. Unfortunately, the camera I'm using is a little too bright. It's not really capturing the color that well. It's supposed to be more of a darker orange. The cameras are making it look kind of bright and yellow, which is not. So it's going to be more of a kind of a hardy, like rust color. Like rust orange. Alright. Now we just mix it in with the pasta. And, while we're at it, we are going to throw in our half a cup of Parmesan cheese we've been setting aside. And you'll garnish it with Parmesan also. I hate to say it, I kind of need to get a bigger pot. I'm not going to put it back in the Dutch oven though, because that thing's messy already. Yeah. Originally it's supposed to be, it did not call for any meat or mushroom, but you know what? I like chicken, I like mushrooms, kind of want a little bit of a protein in this, so let's do that. Sieg, I'd hate because he was very gearsy. Yeah, Sieg was kind of a, protagonist. Alright, we're almost done, guys. Just give me 1 sec. Wow, that's messy. Alright, give me 1 second, gang. I gotta grab some out of here. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take care of something for the dog. Also decided to grab the tablet while it's done. This does look good, I think, at least. Now, for plating, it's done. Now, you will, if you want, you can garnish it with a little bit more Parmesan. Probably will. Ooh, that's thick. Give myself a big plate because I have not eaten all day. I am starving. And that is that, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Now just garnish it a little bit extra Parmesan if you want. Alright, and there we are. Good meal, cheap price. Just how I like it. And again, you can get enough food out of this for about 5 servings. And it's only $20 to make. Alright. Let's have a taste. You all right down there, buddy? Mmm. That's good. Preparing chicken the way we did, locked in all those flavors and everything, is really juicy from the tomatoes. It almost just explodes in your mouth with flavor. That's good. Yeah, it's just an affectionate term for you, Abby. That was very good. Me, since I bought vodka for using in the sauce, decided to pair it with a little Moscow Mule to drink. I know it's a Scooby-Doo reference. I'm just dicking with you. Anyway, thank you all for coming out so much. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Hope you all enjoyed as well. And if any of you decide to try and make this on your own, let me know how it goes. Send me a tweet, comments, all that. You guys know where to find me on social media. You're already there, most likely. At the Hawker Bridge on Twitter, the Hawker Bridge on YouTube, and on Twitch. Also, I'm on Patreon at patreon.com/thehawkerbridge. I will upload something eventually that is Patreon worthy. Get it out there to y'all one day. Yeah. Thank you all very much for joining me. I enjoy making this. It's probably one of my favorite dishes I've ever done. And I wanted to share it with you guys. So, you guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. That means a lot. Take care, guys.